Hello, this is Mr. Alvey, and I'm here to teach you how to make a Veggyman. We're going to be practicing layers and masking and a bunch of other stuff in Photoshop to be able to bring a bunch of pictures together, cut them up, and put vegetables together into a shape of a man. It'll be fun. All right. I'm going to go ahead and create a new document. I'm going to go into Art and Illustration, just make a nice big blank canvas, 1000 by 1000. Okay, there we go. And you notice I'm only at 67%. If I did Command plus, I'd go up to 100%, but I can't see the whole thing that way. All right, so here's my blank slate, and now I need to go find some vegetables. So I'm going to go over to Google, and maybe I'll start off with maybe an onion for the head. Okay, so as you're searching in Google for images, one thing I want you to do is you want to find the tools, and you want to change the size to large. Then the images you find will have a lot more pixels to be able to work with, and you won't get frustrated with small images. Okay, so I need to find a nice image of an onion. Here's one right here. Very good. And if you can find ones that have white backgrounds, they're going to be a lot easier to deal with. So you find one, you're going to right click on it, and you can just hit copy image. Go back into Photoshop and paste it in. It should paste in on a new layer. Oh, my image was a lot bigger than the image I'm using, so I'm going to use the free transform, which is Command T. And I'm going to shrink that down. I'm going to hold down Shift so that I don't squish or squash the image. It keeps the dimensions the right way as you're shrinking it down. If I don't hold down Shift, it squishes or squashes it. Okay. So I'll bring that down. Hit Enter when you're done transforming it. And maybe I'll transform it one more time. I'm going to have it be upside down. There we go. Enter. All right. There's my head for my vegetable. Okay, so now let's get a couple more pieces. I'm going to go back to Google. Maybe I'll get a piece of corn for the body. Not corn. Okay. And let's get a nice piece of corn. There we go. I'll have a coat on. Right click, copy. Go back to Photoshop, and we're going to paste it in. Okay, we use Command T, free transform. You can grab the edges and you can rotate it. Shrink it down to the size you want. Okay. Now, the problem is, now I got layers. Every time I copy, I get a layer. But this layer's got a bunch of white that's covering up my onion. It wasn't a problem last time because it was just on a white background. So now I got to be able to get rid of that white stuff. So I need to use one of my selection tools. Could just use the quick selection and select all the corn. Or this might be a good option since it's a white background. There's this old tool called the magic wand that whatever you click on, it'll select all the colors that are similar around it. So it grabs all the white based on a tolerance, okay? So I select all the white. Now I could delete this, it's just white, or I could make a mask, layer. So the last time we learned about this button over here, but you can also go to layer, layer mask, and you can either hide it or show it. Since I selected the background, I want to hide it. Oops, I did that wrong. Undo, Command Z. Let's try that again. Layer mask. Hide selection. There we go. Okay, so I made a little mask and I hid the background, so now I can see my corn. But it looks like I want to put my onion on top of that, so I might have to do the same thing to the onion. Oop, add that. Whenever you're making a selection, like I got the magic wand, you hold down Shift and it will add to your selection. And I'll make another layer mask here. I've got the background, so I want to hide the selection. If it was the foreground, I would want to show the selection when I made the mask. Okay, so now I got my onion for the head, I got corn for the body. Alright, and maybe I'll use some broccoli for the arms. Paste that in. Command T, free transform. How big do I want his arms to be? About that size. Gotta get rid of the background, but this time I only wanted one of those broccolis, so I'll add to my selection. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. Layer, mask. It's everything I don't want to see, so I do hide selection. And you can see there's a white line right there, so I'm going to have to grab my mask and a paintbrush, paint with black to make it go away. Because anything you paint black on a mask goes away. Anything you paint white will make it come back. Okay. Now one trick you'll see me use a lot is I'll hold down the command key. For most of the tools, if you hold down command, it will turn it into the move tool. So I just hold down command when I want to move something around. And then command T if I want to move it or rotate it. There we go. Enter. Okay, another fun trick here. You hold down command and option together, and this will let you click and duplicate and drag a new layer. And then I can transform that. You flip it around. You can even flip it. Okay. So now I got some arms. Alright, so I'm liking how this is working out. Let's finish it off. And then I think I'll use some leaks for the legs. Copy that. Paste it into Photoshop. Oh, it's nice and big. Free transform, Command T. And make it a little smaller. Oh, he's not going to have room for his legs here. I'll select the background, layer, hide selection, Command T, free transform. I want to put his foot down here. Oop. Change the pivot point. That little thing moves around sometimes when you're not expecting it. Now, I don't have enough room for his feet. If you ever want extra room for the canvas of your document, you can always go up to the image menu and choose canvas size. This will just give you more room to paint with. I'm going to change this to, inches should be just fine. I'll go up to like, let's go up to 5 inches. Keep the image towards the top. That's where you anchor the image at. And that gave me a little more room to work with. Yeah, there we go. Hold down option, hold down command to be able to move things. Command T to transform. Command option to duplicate. You can also go edit, transform, and flip. If you want to flip something around, hold down command to move things. And let's see, I'm going to put these, hold down shift to select multiple layers, and you can move layers back and forth between each other just to change the way that they're showing. Okay. Now I've got a little bit of a vegetable man going on here. Maybe I need to work on his face. So I got a nice cherry tomato I could use for the eyes. So I'll copy that, paste that in, and move that layer to the top. Command T to transform. Hold down Shift so I don't squish it. I need to go way small with this one. Some big, okay, that's good. Now this time, I'm going to grab the quick selection tool. I'm just going to select one tomato. Command plus to zoom in if I need to. Alt to subtract from my selection. Okay, it doesn't have to be a perfect selection. We can fix the mask later. So this time, since I selected what I want to see, I go layer, layer mask, reveal selection, and everything else gets hidden. Okay, if you want to go back down to normal view, Command 0 will go down to so you can see everything. Put his eyeball there. Command Option to duplicate. Make another eyeball. Okay, maybe we'll finish it off with a banana for the smile. Copy the image, paste it in. Oh, that one was a smallish image. That was good. And I need to get rid of, I'm just going to select the banana, layer, mask, reveal selection that time. Command T, it needs to be a little smaller. And enter. Okay. So your assignment is to come up with your own vegetable man and practice creating layers and layer masks and the free transform and all those other things. So good luck and have fun with the assignment. Yours will probably look a lot better than mine.